Hello and welcome to the Dr. Duncan Show. I'm your host Maria, and this special segment is going to be Q&A with Dr. Duncan. We're going to be addressing questions that viewers like you are sending in. Different patients of his have asked him questions over the years, so in this section he's going to be answering those questions. So if you have questions you want him to answer, feel free to go to our website. It's www.chiropracticworks4u.com. And over there, go find the link to our email and send in your question, and your question may air on the next show. Our phone number too for you is 248-398-1650. I'll give you that number again, 248-398-1650. Thank you. Welcome to the Dr. Duncan Show. Well, this segment is the Q&A with Dr. D that I've been telling you about. Here it is. And we have a special guest today, Dr. Duncan himself, here to answer all the questions that you send in and the questions that patients have been asking him over the years. Dr. Duncan, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Great. So one of the questions that people ask and always seem to want to know is about chiropractors. Are they really doctors, or do they have some other kind of training that is not college related? You know, so we want to know really what are the qualifications that make you a doctor?
Actually, very good question. We get to hear this a lot, especially from people that have not really understood what chiropractic is, especially people that have been used to the model of medical, kind of model of medical profession. And so a lot of people don't understand when they hear about chiropractic as doctors. And so my answers are very simple. Number one, we go through a very heavy training. And so we have to have, as a chiropractor, you have to have a 4-year degree actually to be able to go to chiropractic school. Those standards have been changed. And so before it used to be after you do your pre-med, you can go to chiropractic school. But now you have to have a bachelor's degree in pre-med before you're qualified to go to chiropractic school. Now, when you go to chiropractic school, you have to spend 4 hours of basically studying on how to become a doctor.
Doctor, I don't mean to interrupt you, but we have to talk about this. I don't know if you caught that, but he talked about going through 4 years of pre-med. That is the same training that MDs get. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely. The same training.
Wow.
The same training. The same core classes, the same. No difference at all with medical doctors or those who are doing pre-med and those who are going to chiropractic school. The same requirements. Unbelievable.
Very interesting. So would you say you get the same kind of background in those basic classes like anatomy and physiology? And because we know MDs usually have a lot of background in those sciences. So I want to know, do chiropractors also have the same, or do they have more or less?
Unbelievably, and these a lot of folks might not believe it, but that's the truth. And we just did a research about how many hours in class time actually between MDs, general practitioner, and chiropractors spend, and we found out that chiropractors spend more time in class.
Wow.
Now, if I'm going to be specific, we spend more time in anatomy, and the reason why we spend more time in anatomy because we are not trained to give you drugs. We are trained to work with your body to heal itself. And so we spend more time in anatomy and also actually in physiology because you have to connect those two, basically knowing how the body works so that you can get people from pain, people coming crying or pain, how we can get them out of pain, and that's the good thing about this profession.
I don't know about you, but this is sounding really good to me. Anybody who gives me an alternative to popping a pill, I want to hear more. So Dr. Duncan, would you say that the average person who comes to your clinic is somebody who may be suffering from extreme pain? Or are there other people who can come? Who is the typical patient?
Well, I think that's a good question, and a lot of people have I've wanted to know who are the typical patients that we normally see. I would say actually, number one of the most crucial patients that comes to my office is people that are being told by an MD or a surgeon they're gonna have surgery. And they start looking for an alternative. And guess what? They find us as the most, impressive or the most alternative from getting surgery or having a lot of medication that can be consequential when it comes to side effects. And so those becomes very important. Another group of people that become important coming to us is actually kids that have been injured either playing sports. And so the parents are like, can also kids get adjustment? And we tell them, yes, bring them in. And when we take care of them, the results are wonderful. I know there are a lot of issues with the kids getting addicted to marijuana or a lot of drugs like K9 or whatever those drugs might be. And so it has become very important for parents to be very, very careful and to make sure they find alternatives. And so a lot of parents are coming and bringing their kids actually as an alternative from getting medications. And that's what makes this preparation wonderful.
Very interesting. So you've heard from the doctor himself that his patients really cover all kinds of ages, and he's talked a lot about children. So now I have to ask you, doctor, because some of us are not sure about this. So is it really possible that children can get adjusted, and that adjustment or care that you give is pain-free? Because I know I've heard that people might experience pain after that. So I'm kind of concerned when he talks about working on children. Could you talk more about that?
Oh yeah, very, very important. Actually, a lot of people out there, they might not understand really. Chiropractic is very diverse in the techniques that you use. Just like a surgeon who does the hand or the feet and the abdomen have little different techniques, the way they do those surgeries. It's the same thing with adjustments. We have adjustment for kids that we use very non-invasive, adjustments. And so it's pain-free, and we always tell people that when it comes to kids, I have 3 kids, and all my kids have been adjusted since they were born, actually. One of my sons had colic when he was born, and actually one adjustment took care of colic problem.
Wow.
And that's how powerful this is. So, big believer, because we see these results every day.
Wow, isn't that amazing? So chiropractic really is for all people, even children, like you've heard. I'm really, really fascinated about this information. And it brings me to one more question, because a lot of people today think that, maybe it's just for a certain group of people. Maybe just, people who are into New Age or tree huggers, or, people into taking organic food and supplements. So I want to talk more about that, because we know it's for people from all ages, but is it really for people from all kinds of beliefs too, and socioeconomic dynamics? Who really can get chiropractic and benefit from it?
This is a very, very wonderful question, because actually a lot of people think that chiropractic is for people that probably don't know what the normal Western world medicine is about. But I'll tell you what, it's for everybody. And the reason I'm saying this is because we have seen people from lawyers, doctors that we have helped them, and they have seen the benefit of chiropractic, and they talk about it all over. We have seen people, principals in high school, they talk about it because they have come and experienced this. We have seen even people who don't even have a job, and they come to the office and they're in pain, and we take care of them. So the bottom line is, chiropractic is for everybody that wants to test an alternative way instead of popping pills all the time. And I always tell patients that if you are taking medication, it's temporary. We want to make sure that we get the pain, and then we correct the problem that caused the pain. And that's how powerful chiropractic is. And so you need to get in and come and see us.
Wow, you've heard it all from Dr. Duncan. Now there really is no excuse not to give us a call and come and see him, because chiropractic is really for everybody. You've heard it from him. It can benefit you no matter what age group or what your background is. There are tremendous benefits for you. So to set your appointment with Dr. Duncan, feel free to call us at 248-398-1650. Call us and we will get you scheduled with that appointment for him. Thank you so much for watching us, and you stay tuned to the next Q&A with Dr. Duncan. Thank you.